ni kò ṣẹrú. Ó wá sáyé ọmọ ọba ni kò ṣẹrú. Ó wá sáyé kò ṣẹwọ́n.
Ó yá akéde mo fẹ́ délé bàbá tó bí lọ́mọ.
Ọmọ ọba ni kò
Bàbá
ṣẹrú.
mi ò gbànígbà ní ojú ọ̀nà ó ṣe gbámú. Òsán gírí la gírí, ọ̀la gírí kàkà. Akọ́kọ́ arẹ́rẹ́ o. Bàbá mi ò wọ kẹbẹ̀rẹ̀ jẹjọ. Jagunmọ́ lòdì ọ̀rọ̀, apá láti jó tọ̀hún tọ̀hún.
For over 7 years, Macintosh Consulting has been empowering individuals, organizations, and government parastatals in information technology, business management, leadership development, and finance. Through our end-to-end training services, we help our clients achieve notable landmarks with our long-standing valued affiliate relationships with Microsoft, EC Council, CompTIA, PECB, Cisco, and AWS. Macintosh Consulting offers training and certifications in diverse areas like Network Plus, cybersecurity, cloud computing, project management, Agile Scrum, soft skills, amongst many others, with guaranteed to run classes, virtual classes, on-site classes, online classes, and customized classes. Macintosh Consulting enhances career development, promotes relevance, and ensures quality delivery. Macintosh Consulting is located in Nigeria, Kenya, and United Kingdom. Visit www.macintosh.com or call 090-381-38550 or 081-409-84158. You can also visit us at 24 Bamachili Street off Allen Avenue, Ikeja, Lagos.
Welcome to the Pride of Symbols, a people driven by the passion for excellence and the courage to take on big challenges and see them through. With integrity of mind and systems, our words, structures, and processes are always dependable. We are proud of who we are, what we do, and what we stand for. Firm is our commitment to the vision to build a globally recognized distribution company and to become the key driver of trade revolution across Africa. We have been empowered to make products and services accessible, affordable, and usable across Africa by building an efficient distribution network, and to remain the market benchmark for dynamism, efficiency, and competitiveness. We are rulers. We provide order. With confidence, enthusiasm, and wit we speak. The vulnerable and voiceless we empower. This is me. This is TD Africa. We rule. We conquer. We are Simba.
Yomi Alarape, and I would like to tell you a bit about Rugby Business Solutions and Technologies. Rugby Business Solutions and Technologies has a vision to make the world a better place through technology, and that's what we live in and out as our culture. We start from Nigeria here. We have a crop of professionals who ensures that quality is ingrained in every service we offer. Definitely using IT technology to solve human problem and making life of everyone better. We do this across different verticals: healthcare, medical, oil and gas. I wait. It is time for you to transform your business, get the required insight, and take your business to the next level. You can give it a try by visiting our website at www.rugbysolutions.com/BSM.
You have a learning goal, and we have just one job to help you achieve it and deliver at your convenience. Learning right starts with us at Ashem Academy. We are a learning institute in partnership with professional industry bodies like Microsoft, PECB, Pearsonville, and PSI, delivering quality training, ensuring your certification path in respective industries. Ashem Academy has training specialists with extensive consulting experience as well as the expertise to address your specific needs and preferences. Our goal is to deliver training that maximizes return on people and infrastructure investments. We define success as having the right resources to skill you up to help you meet your desired goals. Our job at Ashem Academy is to empower you to be successful at every stage of the learning journey, from training to certification to establishing professional credibility. As a certified learning partner and authorized testing center, our facility has proven to be one of the best in the country as we get to reach the needs of all ages, young, middle-aged, and those in the advancing years, making learning simple and affordable. We care about your skill development, and without breaking the bank, we present you with great opportunities to showcase your competency and expertise in your area of specialty, aiding career advancement or personal goals tracking. Let's help you bridge that learning gap. All you have to do is take the next step to enroll in our courses today, with prices that are easy on your wallets. Request access to our training calendar by emailing training@ashem.com, and you can also get the most of your learning investments by checking out our promotional offers here: offers.ashem.com/MS Learning. You can call 0704-636-7151 or call 0704-576-9927. You can visit our head office at number 9 Ibikule Street off Abad Macaulay Way, Yaba, Lagos State.
For over 7 years, Macintosh Consulting has been empowering individuals, organizations, and government parastatals in information technology, business management, leadership development, and finance. Through our end-to-end training services, we help our clients achieve notable landmarks with our long-standing valued affiliate relationships with Microsoft, EC Council, CompTIA, PECB, Cisco, and AWS. Macintosh Consulting offers training and certifications in diverse areas like Network Plus, cybersecurity, cloud computing, project management, Agile Scrum, soft skills, amongst many others, with guaranteed to run classes, virtual classes, on-site classes, online classes, and customized classes. Macintosh Consulting enhances career development, promotes relevance, and ensures quality delivery. Macintosh Consulting is located in Nigeria, Kenya, and United Kingdom. Visit www.macintosh.com or call 090-381-38550 or 081-409-84158. You can also visit us at 24 Bama Chili Street off Allen Avenue, Ikeja, Lagos.
kò ṣẹrú. Ó wá sáyé ọmọ ọba ní kò ṣẹrú. Ó wá sáyé kò ṣẹwọ́n.
Ó yá akéde mo fẹ́ délé bàbá tó bí lọ́mọ.
Ọmọ ọba ní kò
Bàbá
ṣẹrú.
àgbà ògbànigbà ní ojú ọ̀nà ó ṣe gbámú. Òsán gírí lágírí, ọ̀la gírí kàkà.
Ọmọ ọba ní
Àkókò
kò
àrẹ́rẹ́
ṣẹrú.
o. Bàbá mi ò wọ kẹbẹ̀rẹ̀ jìjọ. Jàkúmọ́ lòdì ọ̀rọ̀. Apálá ti jó tọ̀hún tọ̀hún.
Hello, everyone. Hi, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're calling from. This is my humble self, Sheyi Oluwawumiji, once again on a monthly event called Microsoft MT User Group African Master Innovative Program, where we create pathway for the grassroots. And as we do every month, we looked at ways by which we can connect people, especially mentors to mentee, look at new technology that's out there. We started that this year, where we begin to bring to light what are the new technology and try to drive people towards that. And we also have the unction to be able to push people to direction of what is new in the IT industry. But before we go all out to see what we have in the agenda this morning or this afternoon or this evening, we need to look at our sponsor, those that make this to happen. We want to thank Microsoft for giving us an enable environment to be able to be here today at this point and to be able to have exposure to their programs, to their products, and what we have to our community. We also want to thank our sponsors like Ashen, like Virtual Africa, like Iris Foundation, like TD Africa, and the lots out there, Macintosh, that are being one way or the other supporting the community and help to reach out to the grassroots and ensure that the grassroots have a way by which they can see technology. We say thank you all. And most especially, we want to thank our viewer out there, everyone listening to me wherever you're calling in from and trying to see what we're doing and what we're showcasing. We appreciate you and we say thank you for today. Now, we need to talk about our movement. Why do we have this every month? Now, the concept is to be able to connect the mentee to the mentor. And especially, we are in an age where we know technology is and everyday involvement. The revolution of technology cannot be de-emphasized, and the way it's growing, we need to have an understanding of how we need to pertain and how we need to relate to it. So the environment by which we connect the mentee and the experts, and the movement also have a way by which we can view IT, general information technology, how we need to use it and what is the need for it. We also showcase stories about people that have run through technology, build their enterprise through technology, and how that has increased their capability to change the world. And we're going to look, we also look at the cloud technology generally, especially looking at it from the Microsoft view, although we look at other technology that relate to the cloud, but we have a focus with Microsoft. And we also look at the digital workspace, which is a new way by which we can work. We all know about remote work and what is the emphasis there, what is the challenges there, what are things that people are facing through their stories. And that teaches us about the movement. Then we also want to introduce the Microsoft Tech MC Tech user group, which is a user group that span across several over 15 user group, and the primary focus are on multi-cloud environment, Azure, Microsoft 365, Dynamic 365, Power BI, our platform that's an AI, DevOps, and also security. Our goal is to empower people to the community, and our goal is to realize steps by which each individual can use to be able to reach their IT pursuit and their career. I would say we are up to ensure that the West African ecosystem, especially starting from Nigeria, has a which we can link on the new technology and ensure that we are exposed to the advantage. Now we're going to today. Apparently, I'm the only one in the studio, but I would like to intermittently the other hosts to be joining us. I'll introduce each of them and bring our guests. My name is Oluwaseyi Oluwawumeju. I'm an independent consultant, and also I am a Microsoft Most Valuable Professional and one of the Microsoft Certified Trainer within the region. You can see my handle there. And also, one of the hosts is David Okeyede, which apparently have not joined the studio, is a security expert and he runs the security. He is one of the regional manager for a security firm there in the UK. And we also have another security person, Kofi. Kofi is also down today, but he might join us. And he also is also passionate about technology and he runs on the security platform. Now, finally, we have Deji Folari. Apparently, he has not joined, and he is also from the data side. Is one of the Microsoft most valuable professional. He also runs his own startup, and his major emphasis is on data and business intelligence. That is all about the host, and we will continue while we wait for the rest to join us. And the only lady among us, I hope she can join us today. Her name is Olana. Olana, she is one of the prominent leader when it comes to data management. She runs and head a team in one of Microsoft partner in Nigeria, and she has been a community lead for a while. She might also join us in the before the end of the event. Now, while we wait for the rest, we need to go into a discussion, and the discussion is really more of what we see around us. And today we are still bringing back OpenAI and the phenomenon of AI. Now, the essence of this is to bring us to understanding that we are in a situation around the world, and that situation to be able to increase our capability, to increase what we know, to be able to solve our problem in a length of time. How do we go about it? Several people has engaged in using several means in order to meet their meet they meet the end of their means, and meet the obligation in terms of solving their problem. Several situations has occurred. Now, the injection of AI generally, when I tell people about AI, people keep asking the question, is it that AI is going to take up my job? Is it that AI is going to take me off the radar? And I can assure you, AI is just a means to an end, because several capability within human structure have deny us of the ability to go beyond where we are or what we do. So, in the view of that, we now need to look at ways by which we can ensure that we solve our problem, to ensure that we make up what we do and ensure things work according to what we perceive it to be. Now, several limitations when it comes to human. One of the limitations is the capability to stay for a longer time. Another limitation is capability to run within several content or documents. Another limitation is the age, human age. Now, bringing us to this, Microsoft just injected what we call ChatGPT. I don't know how many of you have used it. If you are there, out there, you can just send it to the comments and let's see whether you have used ChatGPT and what is your experience about ChatGPT. Now, several people has brought to light how this has changed the environment. I read through the commentary also that some people said this cannot be because from the educational sector, there's a fear that that might also distort uh, the way education. Okay, thank you, Anne. Anne said she has used it before. And what's your experience, Anne? As many people that joined us, just tell us your experience at ChatGPT. What do you think it looks like? What is your own perception about it? So generally, we see when you use technology, when there is an evolution or revolution of technology, several people have different misconceptions. And why we're out here is to be able to erase that misconception about what ChatGPT can do and how far it can aid us in solving our problem. Now, ChatGPT is just a means by which Microsoft enable the AI capability into the internet, just to bring it in a very simple concept. And what that means is that the content that you can research. Okay, thank you, Anne. Anne said, oh, great. Anne said she could use it as an assistant. It is like an assistant tool that helps you to meet your goal on time. Thank you for that. Anne said it helped her to meet her goal on time. And that is one thing about technology. Now, until we change our perception, until we try to recalibrate our understanding about things, we might end up limiting ourselves on seeing the advantage. The advantage of technology is more of trying to use it as a leverage, as a tool to meet our need. So many people were biased when it comes to using AI. And I've heard so many comments across the online ecosystem where people was suggestive that this can also impede them in development. Actually, it cannot. What it can do is to ensure it help you to relate more with information that naturally the brain of human cannot get to. Because when you talk of the capability of an AI, let's look at specifically looking at OpenAI. ChatGPT is more like a natural language processing tool, and they drive you to the internet to allow you to have conversation. Now, this conversation now will run through the database, which is knowledge base, across the internet spectrum. And that knowledge base is so rich. Now, you can imagine some ChatGPT. There was one time I was in a section somewhere, and someone was I threw it out to them that how do they use ChatGPT, and one person just stood up and said she used ChatGPT and was able to, at the nick of time, she was to submit an application. And that application required certain language, certain terms, and she typed it on ChatGPT, and the chatbot was able to give him an answer close relative to what and she was able to submit on time. The timely fashion that this can give us is also gives us this advantage. And we know that the question now that we need to throw to ourselves, how good are the intelligence that we have currently, and how can we add more intelligence to what we have? What do I mean? Intelligent human varies from person to person, and each person has his quotients depending on the exposure. For me, my intelligent quotient in terms of what I do might be relative to what I do all the time. The content I expose myself to, the knowledge I have over the time, and the experience curve I can cultivate over that time. Now, compare that to a ChatGPT that has an exposure to a large number of content across the internet, and in timely fashion can easily give you what you need and can easily direct you to how to get those information. Now, in contrast, my experience, my exposure, my knowledge is limited by what I'm exposed to, what I have, and what I can do. Now, let's look at ChatGPT. ChatGPT, in contrast, gives you an advantage. One, you're exposed to so many knowledge. It can give you variety of information. Now, in terms of composition of how this knowledge is composed, now for me as a human, how do I compose my knowledge? Sometimes my knowledge comes as a result of the experience I have, and which might not be direct and straightforward in terms of the context of what I'm looking at. In the contrast, ChatGPT has a way by which it composes all this information, applying it in a very organized, fashionable way. Now, the question is my job going to be threatened? No. Now, we have seen that with time, several operating OEM, several provider, and one of them which we are showcasing here is Microsoft, is going beyond just what you can do with ChatGPT, which is exposed to the internet. They are bringing this technology even down to your own environment. What do I mean by that? What I mean is that with time, Microsoft is exposing us to its cloud technology, Azure, to what a phenomenon and a product called OpenAI. OpenAI. And what does OpenAI do? OpenAI give you the advantage to leverage on the same process we have with ChatGPT out there in the public, and you are bringing it to your own enterprise, and you can now have a better understanding, a prompt environment where you can build prompt direction to your solution and ensure that your information, your database, which has been rich over time with your customer your clients over the years, um, in terms of how you have been operating with them, in terms of the content you have shared among yourself. With this kind of process, it can make, for example, the marketing team to be more efficient. It can also make other teams that are within your environment to work even proactively, because those information can be composed and used. Every time we look at change, we always have a way by which there are blockers. Now, several blockers has come within the time in terms of how ChatGPT could not give them some information, which is true, because those information were, because ChatGPT is not really more of trying to dig and perceive in terms of prehend, by trying to use the algorithm to have what we call a featurative or proactive information for you. What ChatGPT does is that it organize your content, bring information that are out there in the world, and ensure you have the relevant information that can meet your question. How do we now know that our intelligence is enough to understand intelligence? Changes is coming all over the world globally. And for you there that are planning to go into IT is now trying to do what we call an abundant of two parallel technology, your human capacity. So if you're out there and you're trying to go into IT, you try to also look at ways by which you can compress your understanding to understand what you can do and how you can achieve things. Technology is bringing home what we call artificial intelligence, natural language processing that are driven by AI technology. Now, how do I collaborate with this? Does it mean that with this, I am limited? No. Does it mean with this that you can go beyond where you are? No. What does this mean? This means that we now need to collaborate with programs that can assist us. Now, Microsoft has onboarded several across its programs, from the M365 environment to the Dynamic 365 environment, if you're in the dynamic space, or if you're not in the dynamic space, probably you are the Power Platform space. Every area of Microsoft product now has a way by which we have an assistant, and that assistant is driven by artificial intelligence. And the term used most of the solution, if you have heard of it, is called co-piloting. Co-piloting. Now, what is co-pilot? Co-pilot is an environment by which you onboard yourself with the capability to have a better understanding of how to move your process forward. For example, I'm running a PowerPoint presentation and I have the AI to assist me. Now, if you have used the latest Office package, especially PowerPoint, and you notice that there's one aspect that is captivating that everybody goes to, which is the designer area, where you run through the design, and the artificial intelligence within PowerPoint help you to redesign this. You can see what I have here. In this picture, what I did was just to capture certain diagram or pictures, I place it on my PowerPoint and I allow the designer to reorientate it. He spaced it, he look at the dimension and increase it according to how the design layout looks like. Co-piloting is more like, I don't know whether you have ever been, if you have ever been exposed to an aeroplane or you have ever traveled to a plane, there are always two people in the cabin of the pilot. There is the pilot himself and there is a co-pilot. Now, the pilot himself is the driver. He has all the permission, he has all the authority, he has been given the responsibility to drive the plane. The co-pilot, on the other hand, is there. Now, the co-pilot needs to be always ready to help the pilot. The co-pilot ensure that the pilot doesn't go away from where the design, especially when they're going to land, where they're going to go, how they're going to pass through their routes and the maps, etc. So the concept of co-pilot is telling you that the OpenAI or ChatGPT is not really there to take off what is the concept or your core professional position or status. It's just to aid you. And with the co-pilot, run through your M365, you run through your SharePoint if you are developing, collaborating to teams for platform to be able to communicate, to collaborate, to share documents, for Power Platform to be able to use it for automation and to increase your application development and products and production across your enterprise. The co-pilot give you a helping hand to assist you as a co-pilot to change the reading. Now, what is the advantage of co-piloting? What's the advantage of OpenAI? What's the advantage of AI generally? Now, AI keep you in check, help you to land your deliverable on time, ensure that it eliminates human factor. Now, human factor might be through emotion, precision, empathy. Now, we cannot take that from man. We cannot take that from human. But however, in order to have a good surface in terms of business, you must be able to acclimatize your environment to secure the way things goes. In all this, the emphasis here is that OpenAI, ChatGPT, is an assistant tool. ChatGPT, OpenAI, for those that are going to use it for their enterprise, because so many OEM, Microsoft, in fact, is taking OpenAI to the enterprise. What does that mean? In order to assist the enterprise environment, even the small business, depending on the size and the ability to be able to host it with your content. What does that mean? A prompt way by which I can launch on developing solution within my enterprise with the aid of AI. How do I increase my production line with the use of AI? Now, how do I collaborate better with the use of AI? So what we are saying, having enough understanding at this point, exposure to your technology, to your knowledge base, to what you do is not enough at this time. We need an environment that can catalyze the way we land our solution and ensure that we get there. Now, if you're out there and you are looking at a way of steering perfectly well in the new revolution that is coming up very soon, you need to now find a way by which you can get acquainted with AI in respect to your knowledge, in respect to the solution you know, in respect to what you want to achieve in future. I don't know if there's any question out there that you can send it in. I can just put it on the platform so that we can have it engaging. But generally, what we are saying now is people out there, meant IT folks, people that want to join into IT, you should not be afraid to onboard yourself with the AI environment. You should not be afraid to take up the responsibility of going to AI. Now, I notice in this change that is coming that actually AI is changing. When you look at the aspect of machine learning, where you get several data, you train those data just like a child. A child grew up by learning to walk, learning to fall, and learning to stand up. Now, a small kid, a small child, um, at the age of 1 to 5, learn more with the environment, how his parents talk, what are the exposure he's exposed to, and especially in growing up, his feet, his leg, his hands are actually built across that particular layer to be able to get up and learn from those that are built or the environment. But what AI will do for us is to leverage on the attention of having a capability that runs through a machine that is more intelligent than human, a machine that is more exposed than human, a machine that can catalyze the way our environment and our deliverable is. Starting from this point, there is a new trend that is going to come in. I don't know if you are looking at a career in AI, because the new solution, which obviously has come out to ChatGPT and OpenAI generally, is going to point at experts that will be able to point AI, because AI is changing, is revolutionizing to the point by which they need a point guidance, and the guidance can only come from human. That means you write your algorithm to look at natural processing like content, like documents, but sometimes because AI might not be that elite, because that is a chatbot context, looking at Q&A, for example, need human to point the AI to what is really relevant. That means we might need in the enterprise a new creation of professionals, which are prompt engineers, prompt AI engineers. They are experts, they are programmers, they are machine learning experts that understand the business, understand the technology, and can give the AI a deep dive into what they need to know. So we are also seeing that the OpenAI and the ChatGPT is going to bring about a lot of professionals. A lot of professionals. That means at every interval, we need people to be able to point this solution, this program, to the right direction. While we wait for our guests, which will join us soon, we also need to look at ways by which we can condense the AI system. Now, the fact is that AI system is going through different stages. Now, we know, people says, opinion pool says that AI can be destructive, that AI can also bring about probably malicious and intentional attack on enterprise, and sometimes can fail. I once watched a movie. I don't know whether you're a movie freak. I once watched a movie, and in that movie, there was a guy that was probably have psychological issue, and he was able to use AI to hack into every environment that a particular set of people live in, and he could use that as an advantage. So AI also in the other aspect are building pillars that can help to wage against such people in terms of security, in terms of having constitutional way by which we onboard AI, which is actually ethical, and it also onboard inclusion and ensure that we walk through certain process. And that's where responsible AI is coming in. Now, responsible AI build our enterprise for a better understanding of what we do, how we go about it, and what step to take. Now the question is, where are we here? Is AI going to help us, or AI going to bring us down? Can ChatGPT help me to look at the outlook of my work and ensure that my work goes smoothly as an assistant? Or will it also be a pathway of my destruction? Questions still run. And we see such across several deliverables, several people, and several concepts. I'll leave that in your mind. While we wait, we'll quickly run through some advert.
Welcome to the Pride of Symbols, a people driven by the passion for excellence and the courage to take on big challenges and see them through. With integrity of mind and systems, our words, structures, and processes are always dependable. We are proud of who we are, what we do, and what we stand for. Firm is our commitment to the vision to build a globally recognized distribution company and to become the key driver of trade revolution across Africa. We have been empowered to make products and services accessible, affordable, and usable across Africa by building an efficient distribution network, and to remain the market benchmark for dynamism, efficiency, and competitiveness. We are rulers. We provide order. With confidence, enthusiasm, and wit we speak. The vulnerable and voiceless we empower. This is me. This is TD Africa. We rule. We conquer. We are Simba.
You have a learning goal, and we have just one job to help you achieve it and deliver at your convenience. Learning right starts with us at Ashem Academy. We are a learning institute in partnership with professional industry bodies like Microsoft, PECB, Pearson VUE, and PSI. delivering quality training, ensuring your certification path in the respective industries. Ashem Academy has training specialists with extensive consulting experience as well as the expertise to address your specific needs and preferences. Our goal is to deliver training that maximizes return on people and infrastructure investments. We define success as having the right resources to skill you up to help you meet your desired goals. Our job at Ashem Academy is to empower you to be successful at every stage of the learning journey, from training to certification to establishing professional credibility. As a certified learning partner and authorized testing center, our facility has proven to be one of the best in the country as we get to reach the needs of all ages, young, middle-aged, and those in the advancing years, making learning simple and affordable. We care about your skill development, and without breaking the bank, we present you with great opportunities to showcase your competency and expertise in your area of specialty, aiding career advancement or personal goals tracking. Let's help you bridge that learning gap. All you have to do is take the next step to enroll in our courses today with prices that are easy on your wallets. Request access to our training calendar by emailing training@ashem.com, and you can also get the most of your learning investments by checking out our promotional offers here. offers.ashem.com/ms learning. You can call 0704 636 7151 or call 0704 576 9927. You can visit our head office at number 9 Ibikule Street off Abad Macaulay Way, Yaba, Lagos State.
Alarape, and I would like to tell you a bit about Rugby Business Solutions and Technologies. Rugby Business Solutions and Technologies has a vision to make the world a better place through technology, and that's what we live in and out as our culture. We start from Nigeria here. We have a crop of professionals who ensures that quality is ingrained in every service we offer. Definitely using IT technology to solve human problem and making life of everyone better. We do this across different verticals: healthcare, medical, oil and gas. I wait. It is time for you to transform your business, get the required insight, and take your business to the next level. You can give it a try by visiting our website at www.rugbysolutions.com/BSM.
ṣẹrú. Ó wá sáyé ọmọ ọba ní kò ṣẹrú. Ó wá sáyé kò ṣẹ wọ́n.
Ó yá akéde mo fẹ́ délé bàbá tó bí lọ́mọ.
Ọmọ ọba ní kò
Bàbá
ṣẹrú.
mi ò gbànígbà ní ojú ọ̀nà ó ṣe gbámú. Òsán gírí la gírí, ọ̀la gírí kàkà.
Ọmọ ọba ní
Àkókò
kò
àrẹ́rẹ́
ṣẹrú.
bàbá mi ò wọ kẹbẹ̀rẹ̀ bí ìjọ. Jàkúmọ́ lòdì ọ̀rọ̀, apálá ti jó tọ̀hún tọ̀hún.
Yeah, welcome back. And before we went for that break, we were looking at, we have a live discussion where we talked about OpenAI, the advantage, what is used. And we have several comments from the comment section saying it's like an assistant that can assist you. At least we have Anne from Nigeria saying it's like an assistant that help you to meet your need. And that is true. And we went further to look at the advantage. We also look at what we can do. And we try to set a space about removing the bias about how we, as professional IT, can try to look at AI generally as an assisting program that can assist us to meet our need. And that is why if you can look, I use the description of a pilot. And we know in pilots in an aeroplane, there are two people that drive the aeroplane. One is the pilot, and the other is the co-pilot. Now, the pilot is saddled with the responsibility to keep intact everything that works on that plane, including the decision, the authorization, everything comes from the pilot. The co-pilot is an assistant that keep in check whatever the pilot is doing, ensure that the flight is smooth, and ensure that the landing is also smooth. Also, the concept of Microsoft when it comes to AI and OpenAI and ChatGPT is to ensure through all its solutions from M365, from Dynamic 365, from Power Platform, from Azure, from even the security platform to have what we call an assistant, why they use the reference called co-pilot. Co-pilot. So OpenAI generally running through the cloud platform of Azure or Microsoft is to assist you to increase your capability to end and to land your process. So generally, we are talking of a solution that can assist, not a solution that can take your job. So we're going to move further, and we need to look at our guest, which apparently is stuck somewhere in Belgium. He is going to join us soon. So before he joins us, once he's in the studio, I'm going to bring him up. His name is Godwin Ogiweni. He's an infrastructure manager, and what he does is he specializes in having a way by which he builds enterprise. It ensures technology is onboarded properly from the infrastructure part of it, and he has been that for over years. However, our interest to bring him on board is because he actually started a movement back there in Belgium called the Tech Guys for Christ. Tech Guys for Christ. The prospects is to ensure, to mentor people to be able to see technology from the community, the Christian community, and ensure they are streamlined, not to have bias about it, to use it for betterment in their individual life and also for their company. Once he comes on board, we're going to bring him on board. While we wait for him on the studio, we quickly want you to meet our mentors. Who are mentors? Mentors are people that actually we saw we have a community that have lived outrightly over the years. Precisely, the community is over 6 to 7 years. And in that year, we have seen people building their capacity, building their career from one point to the other. Our process is to have an environment where we can easily share knowledge, where we can easily develop ourselves together. And that has been the concept. And with that, this has now formed mentors within the community to help us. I'll run through it now while we wait for Godwin to join us in the studio. I'll run our mentors, and I'll run the video quickly so that we can see the variety of mentors we have in the environment. Stay tuned. Yeah, thank you for that. That's a rundown through all our mentors. And if I were you, if you have the one that strike your mind in terms of his technology drive or where the community he belongs to, and you want to connect with the person, just give us a shout by sending a chat or a direct message to us. We can connect you with the person. Now we can going to quickly go into our innovation program corner, and we have been announcing this and since last year, and where we have this initiative where we want to give back uh, to the society, and that is trying to give computers to people. And however, we saw several times when we go for physical grassroots meetup, where we talk to people in the grassroots, people that are less privileged and ecosystem and environment, we notice one of their limiting factor is computer. And the team now look at ways by which we can reach out to companies, establishment that can actually guide us in making this happen. And during that reach, we got to a point where we look at ways by which we can develop uh, a program that can support variety of people in the grassroots, people that cannot develop or launch into IT because they are limited. And one of those area we looked at now was the computer, where we want to give computer to people. And and hopefully we're able to get on board one of the company, as a Patialato, is a security firm, and they were able to give us some giveaway laptops. And those giveaway laptops are about five. And what what we devised to do is to create an environment where we have several people participating. And how do they participate? Now, apart from bringing the grassroots out, we also want to give them the capability to face people, present their solution. So the prospective winner will actually have to present something in terms of any solution across the security framework. They can also get their entry into the solution by having what we call a demo. What is a demo? Demo is a demonstration of what you have learned over the time and showcasing the solution for everyone. Then the final one is to have a practical question and answer with the person. And with this three approach, we're able to get at least five winners. And the criteria for anybody that wants to run, that wants to join, well, the criteria is for anybody in secondary school, anybody that can that has see technology as a means by which um, they can approach things and get involved. And we are looking at the grassroots member, especially if you're out there and you know you are limited because of computer, you are one of our candidates to run and to get into this program. Now, the follow-up of these five winners is to have a mentor that's going to be driven towards security. They are going to mentor you to security, cyber security, and ensure they onboard you to a point at which you can stand independent. And I think our guest is right here. Although I've introduced him, I will just try to get him on board. And yeah, Godwin, can you hear us?
Hello. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Sorry. Oh God, this is a wait. The wait. So while we wait for him, um, from there, let's just wait for him to come back. So Godwin, as I said, is an experienced specialist in infrastructure. And that's why I want him to tell us the story, to be able to give us a guidance about how he started, what his journey looks like, what had been odd for him. Now, as a Nigerian, as a technology person, um, living outside the country, what does it take to be able to achieve that height he got to? And those are things we want to ask him. Fortunately, I think everybody is having internet issue today, and most of the hosts could not join, and let's just wait for him for a while. Wait for him for a while, and while we wait for him, we quickly look at um, our quickly look at areas by which we can develop ourselves, especially in terms of our user group. We have several user groups across the the ecosystem. That means when you talk of Nigeria and West Africa, and we have the MCT Niger user group, which is like the parent body. And what is the essence of a community? I was speaking to a community down in Ibadan today, and I was emphasizing that the essence of a community is to bring about a cardinal point where we help ourselves, where we ensure we expose ourselves to new technology, we enhance our knowledge by sharing. And it has been proven psychologically that when you share, you'll be able to learn more, have more fit in terms of the knowledge base you have on that particular topic. And historically, we have seen people, places, environment. Look at the Indian, for example, the culture of Indian and the Israelis, where they have a bond, the Jews have a bond within themselves. They create a bond and environment where they assist themselves. They have a collective way where they look at issue and they solve those issues. And that same context is what we have in MCT Nigeria. And with that, we are able to streamline all this across several technology feeds. Like we have the security, we have the Dynamics 365 user group, which take about our ERP. We have another use the Azure, which is Azure Nigeria Azure user group, and we have three of that across the country and West Africa. We have the inclusive community, which also help us in the inviting way where we look at the workplace and what are the technology that can be streamlined from Microsoft environment. We also have the Power Platform user group. Generally, they are the low code, no code people that ensure that they bound people and increase people to have a better understanding of that technology. We also have the Niger platform, which is a combination of the AI, the data side of the technology, and how they come together and have a fit to understand things. We also have other user group like the online Power BI learning community. Generally, the learning community emphasis is to give you information, bring to light information from the data side, from the Power BI side to ensure that we have better knowledge. We also have, for the women, we have the textilers. Now, textilers is focused on developing women in technology, ensuring that they are able to embed themselves to technology, increasing their capability from the community spectrum. And we are all that event that is going. But before then, let's see whether Godwin is back. I think Godwin is back. So I'll quickly try to bring Godwin back and we continue with our discussion. Sorry, Godwin. I think we lost you for some minutes. Sorry for that.
Yes.
Sorry. So I'll just go back to the slide where we have you and try to give want you to give us at least a brief intro about yourself, despite the fact what you capture online. Can you tell us about yourself? before we start rolling out the question to you.
Yes. Hello, guys. Thank you for having me. It's been. I don't know if my voice is echoing back, but let's see. It's been a pleasure to be here today, and after so many attempts by Say to get me here, I'm so much delighted to be honestly.
Okay, thank you, Godwin. Now, can you just give us a brief intro about yourself? Oh my God, we lost him again. Try today. So if you have any question for Godwin, you can send it in and we'll be able to channel your question to him. But currently, I think we have lost him again. Okay, he's back. Thank you. He's back. Thank you. Uh,
Can you hear
so
me?
if you have any question, you can send it in. We'll be able to send it to him. So we can hear you, Godwin. You can go ahead.
Okay, so I'm an IT professional with a decade and more than a decade and a half years of experience, and currently working as an independent consultant, working with Microsoft. And proud to this very time, and have had experience in the UK where I work as an integrator consultant, bringing all kind of solutions together to integrate with different enterprise customers. And next to that, I also have real experience working in Nigeria. I think about 2 years where I had to work as a system engineer. So coming back to today, I'm working as um, as a technical manager with Microsoft. I work basically with process consultant where I have to help them with solutions ranging from on-prem through the hybrid to the native cloud solutions. Um, so I love what I do and I love technology because it's a way of really helping us to provide solutions for different problems. Um, what I'm specializing on, it's everything that has to do with infrastructure, whether it's on cloud or on hybrid or on-prem. My focus is currently my focus is on bringing infrastructure as a solution to customers, or rather to make it more usable in terms of solution provision to different companies. But currently, what I do, just to be clear, I work as an independent consultant, providing solutions for Microsoft.
Thank you, Godwin. And you said your story started way back in Nigeria. You moved to UK. That you have experience of different environment to work as an IT, and that
Yep.
is the vast thing for us to know that. Now
Okay.
we have another question. No, we are running because of time, so that we cannot
Okay.
keep you in the car. We know that you actually have some activity. Um, we know that you are involved with a community called Tech for Christ Community. Now,
Yeah.
from the concepts we saw online and from our previous discussion, that means you are trying to bring light technology and to the Christian community. So,
Absolutely.
how did you become involved in that kind of community, and what are the vision and prospects you have for that community?
Yeah. Thank you, Say. So, first of all, when you come to a point in your career when you know that you're not in IT to really fix problem, but rather you're in IT to fix or to bring solutions to very specific challenges. So you everywhere you go, you kind of look beyond the normal to see what can you bring in here, how can you effect changes, what can you do differently. So that same concept I had when, as a Christian, going to church and looking at things, how things are evolving in the church, even the technological world. So you kind of think about how can I make an impact here, being an IT pro. Of course, from my background, coming from an infrastructure perspective, you're more like limited to basic things that you can do. Basically, you have less impact to do what you can do in the church because on a large scale, how much they consume those kind of technology. So on a second thought, you have to try to see, okay, how do you now bring the solution here? The first thing I did was to look at what's the message, what we really want to take to the world in terms of what message is the church is taking to the society. They want to reach as many people as possible, right? And how do they do that? Because if you look at the times or if you look at it in the past, you will see that people have challenges to kind of reach out to different parts of the world in terms of spreading the gospel. If the technology isn't there, how would they be able to reach out to these different parts of the world? And that was the basis of my building this community. So I kind of look at right now in the world, we have, as of January this year, we have over 8.1 billion people. And out of this number, you will be surprised to see that the people who use internet, they are like 5.16 billion. These are the people out of the 8 billion people. 5.16 billion use internet. And out of the 1.8 billion people, you will see that 5.44 billion people use mobile devices. And that's approximately 68% of the world population. And if you narrow that down, you also see that 4.76 billion people, they are active social media users. And again, 2.94 approximately are non-internet users. You have to find a way to balance the equation to say, okay, if we really want to reach as many souls as possible across the world, how then are we able to use, or rather, how then are we able to reach these different people in different parts of the world? Of course, technology is a key part there, the key player. So coming from a technological background, and we have to think about why don't we start to use this media?
I think we have an issue, which is network. Oh, sorry. I think okay, he's back here. We lost it for some few minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
This question also leads us to another question I want to ask you. Now, there are several misconceptions that people might have because of what you do. A community that specifically try to bring technology, onboard technology into the Christian fold to enhance the way they reach out to the world. Now, for you, what in your experience, what are the misconceptions people are having when you tell them about your community and what you're doing?
Yeah, that's a very good question, say. So people still tend to think about technology as something that's very negative. Something that the impact it's more on, on the negative side. So for me, that's a bias mindset, which is the misconception, right?
Okay.
So when I talk about technology in the Christian space, what I get to hear from people is, why do you really want to put technology before God? Because it's God above technology. Yeah, but the misconception is technology is of God, actually, because everything in the world belongs to God, right? And we use technology to be able to proliferate the word of God. We're able to use technology to do any things for the kingdom of God, so that people were able to have the message that the church stand to preach, or the message the church wants to take out to the world, right? So the misconception is that technology is not of God. Technology is against God, which is not true. Everything that will enable you to do the word of God is of God. It's up to you to use it wisely. Of course, technology is not meant to be used wrongly. Yeah, just like every other thing, we need to be moderate in everything that we do. But again, the church needs technology to be able to proliferate the word of God across every city and every nation. So the misconception is people tend to sway away from technology. So we are encouraging them that you need to embrace this technology because it will help you in a long way to achieve what the church really stands for.
So, in the light of what you just said now, you're saying, oh, take away religion, let's bring
Yeah,
technology, especially to the Christian fold, and
yeah,
ensure that technology can enhance the way we can use as a process. You can come in with specialists, people can drive their career and still be in the church and use
yeah,
technology to improve what they are doing. That's a great one. Another question that leads to it is now for you, since you started this community some years back, what is the biggest change you have seen from the community you have started? I know you are resident in Belgium. So, what are the effects or what are things you have seen as a testimonial that has
yeah.
come to limelight after you started the community?
True. So the for me it's all about impact. So what I see right
Okay.
now is people tend to now see why we are integrating technology in the church. We also need to bring people up to speed how they can be able to utilize this technology. So
Mm,
the one of the impact I've seen is the eye opener that it has given to people in the church. So while they are trying to learn or get to know about technology, I see that people are now very passionate about technology itself, and as a matter of fact, they tend to have a career um, a career change by aligning themselves into with technology. So people are not getting to get to build a career in technology because we have people who do graphic design, for example. We have people who even host servers on cloud so that we can run church programs there. And we also have people who are not developing church applications so that we can target every spectrum of the people in the world. So people are not trying to build get their career path or have a change of career, and alongside their passion is hitting the roof. So it's very amazing to see how people start by not wanting to embrace technology and to get
mhm.
to a point where they now actually realize that wow, this can really help us in the church, and on top of that, now get to build a career in technology.
Hmm. That is a very great insight. Now you have moved from the point of awareness about technology. People start onboarding themselves and start finding a way to know
Yeah,
and to equip themselves on what to do. That is a very big step. Now the next
yeah,
question we have for you. Sorry, we are bugging with question because of time. As now for you now. What is your concentration area in this your process in the community and how you want to empower people? What is the
yeah.
most important thing you want to do in the coming months?
Yeah. So, like you rightly said, we've gone past the state where we wow people. Giving it that wow effect. But where we are now
Mm,
is the how,
mm,
how stage where how do we not achieve the mission and the vision of Tech Guys for Christ, right? And so
yeah.
that's why we are also reaching out to bring an engaging environment that we encompass um, seminar, workshop, iterative meetings where we brainstorm, where we come with different ideas just to be innovative. And because we know that bringing technology to the folks in the church, it takes time for them to get past the wow effect, or rather the wow stage where they are really like over the moon. Um, but the stage now is how do we now get to how to achieve it. So in the coming months and years, actually, but we are looking at bringing seminar, workshop, and every engaging activities that will really bring these ideas, that will really bring it to fruition in the lives of people. So at this point, and we are reaching also out to bring in different um, um, specialists in different areas to come and be able to give lessons, give them pep talk, give them short um, like like coming to how how the dev guys have these iterative meetings. We also want to have those meetings that will keep them up to speed just to be able to catch up with technological changes.
Yeah, thank you very much. Now, looking at what you plan to do, now the question is, how can we leverage on this? What are the opportunity, especially the biggest opportunity that we can gain from this? As grassroots, people are out there might be looking at, I said, how can we join you? What does it take to join you? And what will be the benefit for them once they join this kind of movement you have started with the Christian community?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to um, move to like currently we are working with a social media team that we have to bring um, this very prospect into the community and beyond to be able to reach out to a wider audience where people can get to know more about this very platform. And then we're going to extend like um, send out invitations, send out forms that they can fill digitally, where part of our meeting will now extend to virtual meetings. So people can come
Okay.
in, and they can come in, and first part is to, you know, welcome them and give them the wow effect so that they get to know what the mission and vision of Tech Guys for Christ stands for. And then from there, we're also going to empower people, empower them, because the goal is to be able to spread the word of God across every city, nation, continent. Every part of the world, should be able to have the word of God in different form, whether it's digital, whether it's or non-digital, but the goal is to be able to spread the word. So to come back to your question, say the goal is to be able to um, invite as many people as possible into this community, and then take the training and seminar and workshop, in any form, whether it's in person, whether it's virtual, we embrace it and together by bringing them into the community. So I think just to be clear, at this point in time, where we are is to get the community in Belgium really solid, to the point where they can stand effectively and they can become like the trainer. So we're training people here in Belgium, and these people will become trainer to be able to train other people when they get up to speed. So that's the goal. We really want to extend this very platform, as much as we can to be able to embrace other people into the community.
Okay. So, for us as a grassroots, how can we tap into this tech
Yeah,
for people who might be interested? Yeah. We have people in the
very solid.
Christian community here that want to also tap into it. How can they get involved?
Very solid. So, um, like you said, it's about giving back to society, and it's about the mentors, working with the mentee to get them um, to a point where they will have an effect in their lives, right? So, like I said, we're going to send invitation. Our content managers and our social media managers are effectively working on this. So we're going to go live and soon. Our website will be ready. Our virtual meeting portal will be ready where we can be able to publicize this very platform and people can join by filling forms. And so once we have them, we can reach out to them and see where do they really feel, or we can even mentor them to see, okay, you are good at this, you are good at that, and then we think this part is best suited for you, this part is best suited for you, then we can bring them in and train them. So it's going to be an open platform, but it will be when we get to the point where we now extend invitation to people.
Okay. So currently, the invitation is still premature. You're still working
Yeah,
on the platform to make it out there,
absolutely,
ready. Okay. So,
absolutely.
in the final notes, I know this CEO platform is inclusive. You allow anybody to join to gain the skill and
Yep,
to empower themselves in all the way through. So,
yep.
so anybody can join, or you just have some criteria you use, um, especially to to start off. And with that, I want you to also give a final note. What advice can you give people that want to start such community or want to build such environments for people to learn tech within their own comfortable environment?
Yeah. Okay. So this is open. The platform is really open, and there is no one is there's no restriction to a particular group or particular um spectrum of people. No, it's just open. But the goal is to really encourage people to get into tech. It's to encourage people to try to use tech as a way of impacting changes in people's life, right? So to come back to your second question, my advice is people should always take the initiative, of leaving the comfort zone and giving back to society. It's easy to start, but when you work with the right team, or when you be mentored by the right people, you will not be able to fall in the pitfall that they have got into. So that's why it's always important that you first join as a mentee, and then when you get mentored and get to a point where you've learned enough, you've gathered enough skills, then you can be able to take that up. It's always about your expertise, and what you can give from what you have. So it's always very important that you first learn something, you get something that you can work on, and you can use that to inspire other people, to be able to come and be part of what you're doing. It's always about what do you have first, and that's why we're encouraging this platform to learn as much as possible, embrace technology, follow it up. You know, when there are changes, carefully, keenly follow technology to see, because there are changes here and there. You have to get up to speed. So my advice to people who really want to go into this or start a community is to have something that you can, be you that you can use, to help other people. It can be trade, it can be whatever it is. It might not necessarily be about technology, but good if you have the passion. If you have the passion about on technology, and so winning is really your cup of tea, and you're so passionate about technology, and you love the word of God so much, this platform is for you. Come join us, and we can be able to help you, to achieve both. You get to know more about technology, you get to know more about soul winning.
Okay, thank you very much. And we really appreciate your presence with your tight schedule, and you still come up. So, here, there for people out there, you can see generally what this is telling us, that there is no limitation to where we can onboard technology. Now, we can see what Godwin is doing in Belgium, using technology to build the Christian community. And and as he said, the platform is for everyone. There's no discrimination. However, his focus was to be able to disseminate the information and the word of God out there in the world, and which is a very, very good notion for a community builder. So we thank you, Godwin, for your effort, and we'll be here. The grassroots will be ready whenever you are open to bring some of us on board to gain out of this knowledge and to be able to use it, because it is free if you are there. We just want to wait till when the invitation is extended to us. It is free. You learn, you onboard yourself. You have mentor in the platform that can mentor you. They ensure they embody with the technology relevant and that is coupled with changes with the society. So there you are. If you want to go into a community and you want to join this community, we will extend that to you. Thank you, Godwin. And we say, God bless you for coming on board.
Thank you for having me.
Your time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we quickly
Bye.
go to our event while Godwin is there. Our event in the community, we still have several events across each user group. Microsoft 365 Cloud Computing Series is still a continuous series where the M365 Nigerian community onboard people with learn and training and information about how to know the M365 environment and how to onboard themselves with some technology. We also have the Dynamic 365 weekly series, which also come every week. And the Dynamics 365 is trying to extend the various parts of Dynamics 365, the ERP for Microsoft. What are the lessons there? What are the solutions there? And how users and people out there can gain skill. We also have the activity of Niger Data Platform, which is the combination of the data platform, the Power BI platform, and the data and AI platform coming together. They still have their weekend series. Just try to join their community and ensure follow them on YouTube and Meetup, which you can actually onboard yourself and learn skill. I think they're on the series of SQL Server. What is SQL Server? What are the tiers of SQL Server? How can you know the process there? Please join them every week. They have that series. And we also have the Azure Security Cloud series, which is run by one of the hosts, David Okeyede. It's actually every week he brings expert on the security perspective where they come and talk of technology, ensure that technology it comes up every week. Try to look out in your community if you have joined the community user group to look at for a series. And we also have the Azure Administrator Series, which also every Saturday, they bring topics on the fundamental of Azure, where you can learn skill and gain onboarding information about what Azure Cloud is and how to navigate through the technology. Finally, we have the meetup. If you want to join us, this is the link. The Meetup, just when you get to Meetup, type MCT Niger Tech User Group and scroll and type event. You get several events we have for several weeks and several months. And also almost all these user group and all the activity and Meetup. So in essence, we thank you for being with us. We took 5 minutes of your time just because of some delay, and we had a lot of technology issue in terms of our hosts not joining because of probably an engagement or some other sort. We say, God bless you, and we'll see you next month as we bring another guest, which will come and join us to tell them a story. Godwin, thank you for coming, and once we say bye-bye to the viewers.
Yeah. Thank you for having me and bye to everyone. I really love joining you guys today. Hope to see you guys some other time. Bye.
Thank you. Yes. Definitely we see you because we are hoping to get the link for our people to tap from that knowledge and that platform.
Sure. Sure.
Thank you
We'll do.
very much. Yes.
Bye.
Bye.